Just wanted to give you a chance to see what my garden is looking like now. It's so lush. The wood chips have broken down completely now. Let's just see what they look like. It's just black. And everything is just growing like crazy and so healthy. And the rich compost. Excuse me, here comes another jet. I don't know what it is, but every time I get a camera in my hands, a jet goes by. But anyway, the compost breaking down is one reason why everything is growing so well. But the other reason is because I'm not being attacked by, the garden isn't being attacked by bugs like it was. It's November, and they're really thriving now because they're just not under attack, which is a good thing. That's a volunteer tomato plant. Here's the anise. Let me see if I can get a close up of that. It's the Florence fennel. And here's another one trying to grow too. Probably in about another few weeks that'll be ready to eat. Such a beautiful plant. These potato plants really popped up. The leaves on them are huge. These are white potato plants. I put them in the ground a long time ago. And when I went on vacation, they weren't even out of the ground. I came back a week later, and they were about this high. Let me get back a little bit. They were about that high, and now they're really huge, and they're spreading. It's just one plant there. We have another one here. They've already flowered. Another one here. Another one here that just came out. And another one over there. My eggplants have produced a lot. Ever since I took them out of the containers and put them in the ground, they just haven't stopped producing. I picked 5 off of them today. And my pepper plants over there have produced a ton of peppers. There's only 2 plants, and we've had just so many. It's unbelievable. Right now, our weather's been really very cool here in Florida, and the peppers are big, but they're not turning orange. They're supposed to be orange bells, and I don't know whether they will. This time of the year, I don't get full sun until about 1 o'clock. This tree over here blocks it for quite a long time. Sweet potatoes are growing up all over the place. I have lots of kale. This is the youngest kale that I have, and I've found that I like it when it's this young. I come out every morning and chomp it down. It's so good for you. It's almost like you can tell it's benefiting your body every time you eat it. It's psychological, I'm sure, but I do feel energized when I eat it. And other beans over there. And these green bean vines are the ones that I planted in the spring. And believe it or not, they are still producing. They don't look very good, but they are still producing. So it's from April until November. We're still going strong. Pretty amazing. And then down towards the bottom, I planted a lot more pole beans. They're about 4 weeks old now. And you can see they're growing very well. They're just starting to blossom. And they're just loving the soil too. These are the tomato plants that I put in this summer. And they have never produced a tomato. And I really don't know why. They're very healthy looking. I don't know if you can see them, but they keep flowering, but they're just not doing much else. But I'll leave them there in case we get some warm days. I think it could be because it's just been so cool. This pepper plant here, I just picked all the red peppers off of it. But this was supposed to be another orange bell, and it turned out to be I think it's a jalapeno. We don't eat them, but I'm going to put them to good use. I'm going to boil them in some water and use it to spray in the summertime to try to keep the bugs off the garden. These are my strawberry plants. They had been almost completely covered by the fire ant mound from last month. But they're doing really well now. I managed to get rid of the fire ants. I kept putting dish detergent and water on them and spraying them really hard. They finally moved away. I'm glad about that. I've got my parsley growing over there that I planted from seed. Let's see what else I have. Oh, I've got mint. There's the mint in there. And I have arugula. Decided we don't really like it all that much, and we're not crazy about the radicchio. And there's more fennel growing over here, lots of it. By the way, the reason I have all these containers around my garden is to try to keep the dogs out of here. That's why it looks the way it does. I've had people private message me and tell me how sloppy my garden looks with all the containers. But that's why I have it there. And it has actually worked a little bit, especially now that the garden's so full. It's like a jungle. My pineapple plant. It's got really big. Hoping to get a pineapple on it. And here are more sweet potatoes. I had just thrown these vines in and they took off. I didn't even cover them. And they flowered already, so it's kind of hard to believe that they would be ready soon, but we'll see. I might dig them up next month. Another pineapple plant. That's the one that we got the fruit off of. All in all, I'm really, really happy with the garden right now. It's just doing so good. And I've basically stopped using the containers. As you can see, they're still up. My husband went through all that trouble, but just didn't have very much luck by having them in the containers. It just seemed as soon as I put them in the ground, they took off. I'm convinced they just don't get the nutrients that they do when they get in the ground. They can send their roots down and search for the nutrients that they need, where they can't do that in a container. I know other people have been very successful, but I just haven't been. Well, just wanted to give you an update. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.